Hello ladies and gents, kings and queens, your girl is back. I'm sorry it's been taking me so long to shoot this video, but y'all already know I just got a new puppy, and puppy life is crazy, okay? When they say it's literally like having another kid, they are right. It is like having a kid. Yeah, so you guys really wanted to know more about my medical assisting course. So Crystal, hey girl, this one is for you and anybody else out there who may need to know more information about this medical assisting course. So today we are going to unpack the U.S. Career Institute. Is it real? How many lessons is it? How much does it cost? How long does it take to pay off the payments? The test, do they pay for the test? All of that stuff. So we're gonna unpack all of that. So y'all go ahead and get ready. If you want to see this video, just go ahead and keep on watching. Make sure you all subscribe to my channel and go ahead and hit that like button. Okay, so you guys, most of this video is going to be me on my laptop. So I'm gonna try to make it to where you all can see me and see the laptop at the same time. I don't know if I'm like that yet. We're gonna see. So yeah, I'm gonna go on my laptop and really show you all what the course looks like and what the breakdown of the course is, so you all know what you're getting into before you sign up. So here we go. Here we go. The first thing that you're going to want to do is open up a new tab and just search U.S. Career Institute. So you're going to want to make sure that you don't click on the one that says add, because that's not going to give you the information that you want. You want to go down here to this one that just says U.S. Career Institute. Okay, so now this is where you can get a little bit of information. I will be transparent with you all in saying that there isn't a lot of information on this website. It does give you the kind of certificates you can get and the kind of degrees that you can get. Obviously, MA is a certificate, so I'm going to go ahead and go to that, medical assistant. So now that has taken us to the medical assistant page. It's going to give you a little run through of the medical assistant course that they are offering. It tells you right here that medical assistant certification exams you are eligible to take and we recommend upon graduating from our certificate program include the CMAA exam and the CCMA exam, both offered by the National Healthcare Association, NHA. And that's what I was telling you all before, is that this course allows you to sit for the exam, either the CMAA exam or the CCMA exam at the National Healthcare Association, but only that exam. So the one that I'm going to be taking is the CCMA exam. I'm interested in more of the clinical side as opposed to the administrative side. So that's why I'm going to be taking the clinical medical assistant exam. Your CCMA exam fees are included in your tuition up to a $229 value. So that is true. The CCMA exam is about $200 exactly, and this is going to pay up to $229 for your exam. So yes, it does. Your tuition does pay for you to take the exam, but your tuition has to be paid in full in order for you to be able to use that $229 that goes toward the exam. So just so you all know that if you do finish the course and you still have an outstanding balance, they will not pay for you to take the exam. You are going to have to pay for that out of pocket. Okay, moving on. So yeah, like I was saying, y'all, there isn't a lot of information on here. I will go to this tuition and financing page so you all can see. Okay, so here we go. As you all can see right here, if you pay in full, you get a discount. You save $300. You pay $1,239. Automatic payments, you save $50. And mail-in payments, you don't save any money. Either way, for either of these options, the automatic payments or mail-in payments, those payments are always going to be $79 a month. The payments start on the day that you enroll in the course. Obviously, this is going to be the option where you're going to get the most discount, the biggest discount. The full cost of the course is 1,500 and something. Yeah, 1,539 is the full cost of the course. The first payment includes a $50 down payment and a $29 application charge. Application charge is non-refundable. So yeah, that's really what the website tells you. If you want more in-depth information, you can call them and ask them for more information. I will warn you though that once you call them once and inquire about a class, they are going to blow your phone up until you register for the course. So just beware of that. The woman did help me though, because she called me before I registered for the course, and she was calling me to try and help me get a discount, which she was ultimately the reason why I ended up registering when I did, because they did have that sale going on. So if you're watching this, thanks, girl. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into enrolling in the course. So you see this big old red and orange button. You see this big old red and orange button that says enroll now. We're just gonna click that. And I can only go so far. The enrollment process is not hard, y'all. Like, it's really simple. So you see it's gonna ask you what program you're interested in, and then it's going to ask you your name, last name, email, phone number, and then it's gonna go next. And then you're going to, I can't go too far into this because obviously I have to do all this before I go to the next one. But the next step is going to be payment options, and on this step is where they're going to ask you, do you want to pay it in full, or do you want to do automatic payments, or what do you want to do? So that's where you would pick that, and then at this step is where you would have to pay your $79 up front if you chose to do payments. If you chose to pay it in full, then that's where you would pay the whole $1,200. But if you chose to do payments, $79 will be due at this point. And then step 3 is enroll. So after step 3, you're good to go. Very simple, very quick, very easy. Yeah. So that's pretty much it with the U.S. Career Institute's website. Now we're going to go on to when you're actually enrolled in the course, right? So let me go ahead and exit this out. So here we are. They operate through Western Distance Learning, and they are also an accredited program. All their programs are accredited through distance learning. And this is the website that you would be doing all of your classes on, no matter what class you chose to take. So to get here, I just typed in westerndistancelearning.com, and they give you a login whenever you enroll for the course, and then you just come in and you change your password, and then you can get into here and start working on your course. So after I got here and logged in, it took me to the home screen. Then I just clicked on online course, and it took me to this screen. And right here is where it's going to show all of your active courses. Obviously, I only have one, Introduction to Medical Assisting, and I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Okay, so here are the lessons, you guys. Y'all have had a lot of questions about the lessons. There are 26 lessons in this course. Lesson 27 is the final exam. So there are 26 lessons in this course. I'm going to go ahead and go to a random one just so you all can see kind of like what it's like. Vital signs, let's go ahead. Okay, so I kind of like to think of the lessons as chapters, and each chapter has sections. So it says steps, but I kind of think of them as sections. So this is lesson 10, vital signs, and every lesson is going to have objectives, and it's going to have a lesson preview. After the lesson preview, it's going to go right into teaching you whatever it is that it's trying to teach you. So this one is about vital signs. Here we go. We're going to click on step 3. So it is a lot of reading, right? So since this is an at-home course, there are no Zoom classes. There's nothing like that. There's not really any interaction with a professor, even though you do have the option to email an instructor if you want to, if you have any questions like that. But most of this is on your own, y'all. It's completely self-paced. It's asynchronous. Like, everything about it is just up to you. So with that being said, I want to make sure that I note that you get out of this course what you put in. So a lot of people have been asking me, oh, do you feel prepared to go into the field, yada yada yada. Yes, I do feel prepared to go into the field, but you guys also have to understand that it's because I studied and I read the material and I actually tried to learn it. If you just go through these exams and you just take them without looking at what comes before, actually reading the lessons and trying to digest the information, you probably won't know what the heck is going on in the field. I mean, it is what it is. You get what you put into it. So if you just, let's say I just skipped all these lessons and said, okay, let's just go straight to the quiz, because that is an option. You can do that. It doesn't make you go through all these steps before you take the quiz. You can absolutely just get on here and just click the quiz and then take it and go. But if you do that, you probably will not know what the heck is going on whenever you actually get into the job. So just keep that in mind. A lot of my folks who have had questions on that. So another thing I want to mention about the lessons is that there is a review in between. So most of the time it's like right in the middle. If it's a really big lesson, it's going to have probably like 2 or 3 reviews, and then a quiz at the end as well. So this one only has, this one has 4. So I guess if they feel like it's a lot of information for you to digest, there's going to be more practice reviews, right? So this is what it's going to look like. So they have a set of questions. Sometimes it'll be multiple choice. Sometimes it'll be short answers. Sometimes it'll have diagrams. You never know what you're going to get on the review practice. I do recommend that you all really do these review practices, because a lot of these questions will be on the quiz at the end of the lesson. So make sure you all take note of that. It does give you the answers to I'm on the answers right here. Yeah, so this is the review practice exercise 10-2, the answers. Here is the questions. Okay, here we go. So these are multiple choice questions right here. So a lot of them are going to look just like this. You may have a different setup, like I said, you may have short answer, you may have diagrams or whatever, but most of them are going to look similar to this right here. And then you all already saw the screen where it showed the answers. At the end of the lesson, it's always going to give you a lesson summary where you go back through and just refresh kind of like what you learned. It kind of hits on some key points of the lesson, some things that you probably need to remember, and then it's going to give you the quiz. So I'm going to click on the quiz just so you all can see. So this is what the quiz looks like. So it's basic test format, nothing really weird about this. It just looks like a test. This is another thing that I want you all to pay attention to, is the grading system. So this 85% right here is a B, which makes sense. But in some of these lessons, that's not always the case. So in real school, you'll have 90 is an A, 80 is a B, 70 is a C, 60 is a D. In this course, it could be like that and it could not be like that. You could get a 90 and have a B, or you could get an 80 and have a C. So it's not the same, and I want you all to take note of that, because you want to be able to get the highest score possible so that you can pass. So, and there are some instances where if you get a 75, it's a D. So you really need to watch out for that and just really make sure that you're doing the best that you can do. So I'm going to go out of that, go back into the course. Okay, you all. So a lot of these lessons are going to be lessons that, you would expect to be on a medical assistant course. I'm gonna give you all some of the lessons that I felt like tripped me up the most, so that you all can go ahead and make sure you pay closer attention to these lessons. Medical equipment and supplies trip me up just because you have to remember all of the equipment and what the equipment does. So that was hard because there is a lot of supplies that medical personnel use that, you know, normal people wouldn't know the names of them, but you have to know them now if you want to be a medical assistant. There's a lot of them, so that really tripped me up. 8 and 9, anatomy and introduction to anatomy, I wouldn't say it tripped me up, but I would say really just take, I'm going to say 8, 9, and 10, really just take a day or two to spend on just those 3 lessons because they're big. So these are relatively big lessons, and this information is really important. So I would say really just try and digest all of that information alone. If you're going to work on these lessons, make sure you're working on them together and not working on any other lessons outside of those 3. And then whenever you get done with those lessons, then you can move on to the next ones. Let's go back here, y'all. Safety in the medical office, medical insurance. Okay, here we go. Medical insurance and electronic records kind of tripped me up a little bit. A lot of these go into the same category, so I'm going to say medical insurance, electronic records, finance basics. Those 3 kind of tripped me up a little bit because that is not really like my expertise, right? So you all know that I'm more interested in like the clinical side of it. So the administrative side of it, there is a lot to learn. Let me click on this medical insurance one. Learning the different types of insurance and like the medical bills and medical billing. It's just processing the bill. Yeah, it's just a lot of things that you don't really think about, right? Otherwise, if you weren't in this field. So it kind of took me a minute to digest that information. And where does finance go, y'all? Finance basics. And this, accounting and introduction to accounting. Yeah, this is just hard in itself. This stuff is not easy to learn. So this was a really hard lesson for me because this is not what I'm learning about in school. Y'all know I'm a public health major, so finance and accounting and stuff like that, that is not my expertise. I am not an expert in that. So it took me a while to really just be able to learn, and it's long, y'all. It's just, look at this, y'all. It's just a lot on here. So petty cash, expense reports, it's just a lot of lingo that goes with the finance section that I don't know that much about. You would think that I would because I'm dang near halfway to being an adult, but I don't know a lot of these. I didn't know a lot of these lingo, a lot of this lingo, so. Okay, let me go back. Anything else? Minor surgical procedures and preparing and administering medications are kind of long, as you would assume they would be because of the nature of the lessons. They're really important. Because as you all know, MAs can assist with minor surgical procedures, and in doing so, you really have to know what that equipment is called that you learned about way back when in lesson. Like, what lesson was that? Whatever lesson that was, y'all know what I'm talking about. 6. Yeah, so You really have to know all the names of the equipment so that you can best help the medical professional that you are helping at that moment. Preparing and administering medications is a long lesson because it's important. You don't want to give anybody the wrong medication, or you don't want to misplace any medication or anything like that. So it will make sense for that to be long. I think pharmacology was pretty long too. Yeah, there we go. Pharmacology is long, y'all. 32 steps. So this monster right here, one day, you spend one day just working on this lesson. You might need 2 days to get through it because you might need to take a break, because this is a really, really big lesson, y'all. Really big lesson. So go ahead and get ready to digest a whole lot of information. Okay, let me see. I think that's all as far as like the lessons that tripped me up, or the lessons that I got kind of tired in between because they were just so big. Blood testing is one that you want to go ahead and pay close attention to, because I have heard from watching other people's YouTube videos that is something that they test you on the exam a lot. So a lot of people say most of my questions were about phlebotomy in their YouTube videos where they talk about the MA exam. So make sure you all pay close. Okay, y'all, let me see. And they do send you, this is not really all that important, but I did want to say that they do send you a blood pressure cuff and a stethoscope. It's something nice. I don't know if my money paid for that or not, but they sent it to me. So thank you. I actually have it right here, y'all. Let me show y'all. Here's my stethoscope. And here's my blood pressure cuff that they sent to me. I haven't opened it yet. I do have experience already taking blood pressure, taking vital signs just in general because of the nature of my job. But yeah, and I have experience administering medications already because of the nature of my job. I give medications every day. But I thought that was sweet that they sent you something in the mail. I got my certificate a couple of weeks ago, so now I'm gonna be able to register to take my exam. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know when I do that. And after that, if you all want a video about how I study for the exam and about what was on the exam, go ahead and comment below and tell me that you want to see that, and we definitely can get that going for you guys. But other than that, I don't have anything else to say. So make sure you all like this video and subscribe if you want to see more. I can't wait to see what you all have to say about this, and I can't wait to talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.